warm cup of tea is like a hug in a mug for so many of us, especially as we get older. It's not just a drink, it's a moment to start the day with clarity, wind down in the evening, or find a little comfort in between. I remember my grandma always had a kettle on, and she'd say, a good cup of tea fixes just about anything. But here's the thing, not every tea is your friend at every moment. Timing matters more than you might think, especially for those of us over 50. Drinking certain teas on an empty stomach can leave you feeling queasy, shaky, or even mess with your blood pressure. On the flip side, some teas are absolute superstars when sipped after a meal, helping with digestion, calming your nerves, or keeping your blood sugar steady. Today, I'm diving into 12 popular teas, 6 you should steer clear of first thing in the morning, and 6 that shine after you've eaten. You might be surprised by what's on the list and how a small tweak in when you sip can make you feel so much better. Let's start with the teas to avoid on an empty stomach and why timing is everything. Stir 1. Black tea. Why it can stir up trouble without food. Black tea is a classic morning pick-me-up. Bold, comforting, and less intense than coffee. I used to start my day with a steaming cup, thinking it was the perfect way to ease into things. But then I noticed a nagging stomachache some mornings, and it turns out black tea on an empty stomach isn't always so gentle. It's packed with tannins, natural compounds that give it that rich, slightly bitter taste. Without food to cushion the blow, those tannins can ramp up stomach acid, irritating your gut lining. For some, especially if you've got acid reflux or a sensitive stomach, this can mean burning, nausea, or even cramps. Black tea also has caffeine. Not as much as coffee, but enough to make you feel jittery or lightheaded if your stomach's empty, especially if your blood sugar's already low. And here's a kicker. Tannins can mess with iron absorption, which is a big deal if you're prone to low iron, like many folks over 50. The fix? Don't ditch black tea. Just save it for after breakfast. Pair it with something simple, like a slice of toast with avocado or a bowl of yogurt, and you'll enjoy the flavor without the discomfort. Nar 2, green tea. Not the morning hero you think. Green tea is practically a health superstar, loaded with antioxidants that boost your brain, metabolism, and even longevity. I used to think chugging a cup first thing was the ultimate healthy habit. But for some of us, especially as we age, green tea on an empty stomach can do more harm than good. Like black tea, it's got tannins that can irritate your stomach lining, leading to nausea or that sour, bloated feeling, especially if you deal with ulcers or reflux. Its caffeine, though milder than coffee, hits harder without food, sometimes causing anxiety, shakiness, or even dizziness. I had a friend who swore her morning jitters were just getting older, but it was her green tea habit. Plus, those tannins can block iron absorption, which isn't great if you're already low on this key nutrient. Save green tea for after a meal, like lunch, and it'll work its magic without the side effects. 3. Peppermint tea. Not always soothing first thing. Peppermint tea feels like it should be the ultimate tummy soother with that cool, refreshing vibe. I used to sip it in the morning, thinking it'd calm my stomach. But here's the catch. Peppermint relaxes the muscles in your gut, which sounds great but can backfire without food. That relaxation can loosen the valve between your stomach and esophagus, letting acid creep up and trigger heartburn, especially if you're prone to reflux. For seniors, this can turn a soothing ritual into a burning regret. Plus, hot peppermint tea on an empty stomach can sometimes spark nausea or mild cramps if your gut's sensitive. Instead, save peppermint for after meals, especially heavier ones. It'll ease bloating and gas like a charm, making it a perfect post-dinner sip. Number 4, hibiscus tea, a risky morning choice. Hibiscus tea, with its vibrant red color and tart kick, is a favorite for heart health. It's packed with compounds that lower blood pressure, which is awesome, but not first thing in the morning. I learned this the hard way when I started sipping it before breakfast and felt dizzy getting out of bed. Hibiscus can drop your blood pressure too fast without food, especially for those of us on meds or dealing with low blood pressure swings. This can lead to lightheadedness or even a fall risk, which nobody wants. Its natural acidity can also irritate an empty stomach, causing cramps or nausea. Enjoy hibiscus after lunch or dinner instead when food helps balance its effects, and it'll support your heart without the drama. 5. Ginger tea. Too intense without food. Ginger tea is like a warm hug for your insides, great for nausea, inflammation, and circulation. I used to love it first thing, thinking it'd wake up my system. But ginger's spicy compounds, like gingerol, can be too much on an empty stomach. They rev up digestive juices, which sounds good, but can cause burning or nausea if there's no food to process. For those with sensitive stomachs or reflux, this can feel like a fire in your gut. Ginger can also slightly lower blood pressure, which might leave you shaky if you're already low in the morning. Sip it after a meal instead, and it'll soothe digestion and reduce inflammation without overwhelming your system. 6. Cinnamon tea, a blood sugar risk on an empty stomach. Cinnamon tea is cozy and sweet, and it's a go to for managing blood sugar, perfect for those of us watching diabetes or insulin sensitivity. But drinking it first thing can backfire. Cinnamon slows sugar absorption, which is great after a meal, but risky when your blood sugar is already low. I had a neighbor who felt faint every morning, only to realize her cinnamon tea was causing a blood sugar dip. For seniors on glucose lowering meds, this can be especially dicey. Plus, cinnamon's compounds can irritate a sensitive stomach without food. Save it for after meals, especially carb heavy ones, to stabilize blood sugar and avoid crashes. Now, let's talk about the teas that are pure gold after a meal. These aren't just safe, they're like little helpers for your digestion, heart, and calm. 7. Chamomile tea, your post meal soother. Chamomile is like a lullaby in a cup, with its soft, floral vibe. After a meal, especially a big one, it relaxes your gut muscles, easing bloating and discomfort. I started sipping it after dinner, and it's like my stomach sighs with relief. Its anti inflammatory compounds make digestion smoother, especially if you're prone to reflux or that too full feeling. Plus, it calms your nervous system, helping you shift into rest and digest mode. For seniors who struggle with sleep, a post dinner chamomile ritual can set you up for a better night's rest. 8. Fennel tea, the bloating buster. Fennel tea isn't as famous as others, but it's a game changer for bloating. Its slightly sweet, licorice like flavor hides a powerhouse of compounds that relax your gut and ease gas. I remember feeling puffed up after a big pasta dinner. Fennel tea fixed it in no time. It's gentle, not pushy, making it perfect for seniors with sluggish digestion. Sip it after lunch or dinner, and it'll keep you comfortable without urgency. 9. Dandelion tea, your liver's best friend. Dandelion tea might sound like a weed, but it's a digestive superhero. It supports your liver, which works hard to process fats and toxins after meals. I started drinking it after heavy dinners, and that sluggish feeling just melted away. It also helps with bloating and water retention, especially after salty meals. Its bitter edge wakes up your digestion, making it a great post-meal choice for regularity and comfort. Number 10. Rooibos tea, heart healthy and cozy. Rooibos, with its warm, sweet flavor, is a caffeine-free gem for after meals. It's packed with antioxidants that support your heart and reduce inflammation. I love it after dinner when I want to relax without caffeine keeping me up. It's gentle on the stomach and even helps curb post-meal snacking, which is great for managing weight or blood sugar. Plus, it's naturally sweet, so you don't need sugar to enjoy it. 11. Lemon balm tea, calm for body and mind. Lemon balm tea is like a gentle hug with its light, citrusy scent. After a meal, it soothes your stomach and calms your nerves, perfect for those of us who carry stress in our gut. I started sipping it after stressful days, and it's like hitting a reset button. It supports digestion without being too strong and helps you unwind without feeling sleepy. Great for evenings when you want to relax, but stay clear headed. Oolong tea, the perfect balance. Oolong tea sits between green and black tea, offering a smooth floral flavor and metabolism boosting benefits. After a meal, it helps burn fat and stabilize blood sugar, which is huge for seniors watching their weight or insulin. I love it after lunch. It keeps me energized without the jitters. Its mild caffeine and calming theanine make it ideal for staying sharp yet relaxed post-meal. Tea is one of life's simplest joys, but as we age, our bodies get pickier. Digestion slows, blood sugar wobbles, and blood pressure can be a roller coaster. Something as small as when you sip your tea can make a big difference in how you feel. Skip black or ginger tea first thing and save chamomile or rooibos for after meals. These little shifts can bring more comfort, energy, and balance to your day. Try tweaking your tea routine and let me know how it feels in the comments. If you found this helpful, hit that subscribe button for more tips to thrive with simple, everyday habits.